Woo! Another episode of Drinks and Thinks. And what better way to start off another episode with a not only our favorite, but a fan favorite, a segment we like to call Of All Time. If you don't know what Of All Time is the best and worst of a category, a topic. And this week we're going to do Of All Time sodas. We're talking anything carbonated. Who wants to go first? Who wants to take this one?
Oh, you want to take this?
All right.
Hold on.
Let's see here.
Before we start, can I say you can't choose Mountain Dew because Mountain Dew is by far the number one soda?
Okay.
All right. Well, now I'm going to have a hard time starting.
We all were going to go Mountain Dew number one, so that's no-brainer.
You have to go Mountain Dew number one.
So let's go.
Damn it. All right.
Let's do Mountain Dew is it. Let's do like 1A, 1B.
So, yeah. So this is literally like saying like of all time quarterbacks in the NFL, but you can't say Brady. Like
Right.
Very, very much equivalent. Okay. Well, that kind of threw me off for a second. Let me think. Because I want to be original. I don't want to be plain with this, even though Mountain Dew would have been a plain answer, but obviously it is great. So I don't want to say something like Pepsi. I used to like Pepsi a lot growing up, but I don't know if that's it. So
no, mine
okay,
is.
all right, okay. I think Orange Crush is got to be up there for me.
Great
really,
choice.
that is a really good choice. Oop.
It's pretty simple. Any orange soda is fucking tasty. And what's so funny about that?
I love that it's tasty.
It's very tasty. And I guess I had my all-time worst locked in, but I think I need to change it now that I had to change my Mountain Dew.
Okay.
So, and you guys I know at least Derek is totally going to disagree, but it's all about your taste buds, baby. All about the palate. And my palate tells me that grape soda is fucking terrible.
Wow.
Dude, that's my number one. That's my number one.
I hate it. I hate grape
so
soda.
good.
All right, Des, you go. You go. You obviously love grape soda. That's your of all time.
Yeah. I mean, Mountain Dew's number one. I think we've established that. We've talked about that. Grape soda and orange soda, right below it. But grape soda, man, there is nothing better. Like, I try to be like healthy now, or a little bit healthy. So I try not to drink a lot of soda, but the amount of grape juice that I drink because I love grape juice so much is crazy. Like, when I go to the grocery store, I buy 3 cartons of grape juice at a time.
We're not talking juices,
we're talking
though,
soda.
bro. I love me some grape juice.
Saying,
don't get me wrong.
So how do you love grape juice?
Pump that shit full of CO2 and it just ruins it. It's terrible. Some drinks don't need to be carbonated, and grape juice, grape soda, it doesn't need to be that way.
But the thought of carbonating orange juice is disgusting.
But that's okay, but we're not even being correct about what we're saying. They don't take grape juice and carbonate it, and they don't take OJ and pump it full of carbonation. If they did that, that would be terrible. That would be so gross.
That would be the most disgusting drink ever.
Just mix in a bunch of OJ with seltzer water?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Terrible.
What's your of all time, Titch?
Wait, you didn't do your worst.
Yeah, what's your worst, bro?
I didn't know. I thought we were just doing best. I didn't think of a worst.
You got to come up with the worst.
One doesn't just
it
doesn't just pop in your head.
It's something did pretty quick. I'm not taking into consideration like Walmart brand, anything like that, because those are terrible. So I'm throwing those aside. Like legitimate ones, the worst is Coke. Coke is just gross. It doesn't taste good.
Oh my god.
So
crazy.
What about Pepsi?
Absolutely insane.
Are you a Pepsi guy?
No.
Or so
but
you're
Pepsi's better than Coke.
So you're just anti-cola.
don't like it.
Okay.
Does the dislike of cola come from the fact that, like, do you ever think while you're drinking it that this same stuff was used to, like, clean blood off the streets and, like, big car wrecks and stuff, and we're drinking it?
Like take rust off of a nail and clean out a toilet.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it tastes good, man. But like that, if you can have like a rusty piece of your car and you put Coke on it and then it's not rusty anymore, you should not be ingesting that into your body.
I like to think the more you drink it, the stronger your body becomes, because then you're like really cleaning out the system.
Right.
You're becoming a better
That's how
man.
Dwight would
Yeah.
look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when you expose yourself to, like when Dwight Schrute has people sneeze on him so that his his immune system can get stronger. It's like you put terrible stuff in your body, and if you survive it, then you're
You're good,
you're getting
yeah.
stronger.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Coke
100%.
is Coke medicine.
Are we still talking about soda?
So yeah, what do you got?
I have a toss up for my number one, and the reason why I like them so much is because I don't drink them, but when I do, I really really like them. Those two being Dr. Pepper and root beer. I think root beer takes it. Root beer is so good.
Ooh,
Wait,
I
those
can
are
get on
your
board with the
best.
Dr. Pepper.
You're more into Dr. Pepper?
I am, yeah.
Those are at the bottom of my list. Those are close to the worst of all time.
I'm going to tell you what the worst is.
And that's because they're both semi-cola-ish.
That's a good point.
I think
not.
the worst soda of all time is Sierra Mist, because just drink Sprite. It's not.
I mean,
Yeah, but
that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
It just Sprite. If you're gonna have a lemon
Yeah.
lime soda, Sprite is the way to go. So if you're drinking Sierra Mist,
Right.
like you're drinking kind of bullshit soda.
right, but okay, so then what is your take on 7-Up?
7-Up. 7-Up is
Beer delivery?
7-Up is kind of a mix between Mountain Dew and Sprite.
Okay.
So it's
All
in a
right.
little bit of a
What
different
about
category.
You guys
You know
remember
what? Like-
Surge?
I was a big Surge
No.
guy.
I liked Surge, even though it looked toxic.
Well,
But again, it goes along with my theory of Coke.
yeah, I think the thing
I
that
was,
sold me on Surge was the fact that it was like 1,000% caffeine. So I thought I was kind of doing drugs as a kid.
Yeah. Like you just chug one and see what happens.
Let's talk about like lemon lime soda of all time. So you got, we'll throw out Mountain Dew because I think we all agree that Mountain Dew is the best, and I think that would probably fall into that category. But Mellow Yellow, 7-Up,
I don't think I'd put Mountain Dew in there. to
Sprite.
start.
Dude, it's Sprite
I'd
hands
add
down.
It's Mellow Yellow hands down.
Ooh, we got a little debate going on.
I think Mellow Yellow
Hands down.
is a competitor to Mountain Dew.
It's very tasty.
Okay, but those
Yeah,
are
it's good use
just
of the word.
just because it's lemon lime doesn't mean like Mellow Yellow, Surge, Mountain Dew are on the same level, but then like Sierra Mist and Sprite are on the same level. So you can't really compare the two because you're like, I don't know. That's what I feel like comparing
What about
like Dr. Pepper to Coke,
Mountain
it's
Lightning?
different. Is that Walmart brand?
I don't know, but there was a Mountain Lightning growing up. It was,
We used
I
to
don't know
get
if
that
it's
from.
Sprite. Was it Mountain Dew?
It was like a cheap, kind of like a combo. I think it was trying to be Mountain Dew, but it wasn't. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
But we used to get that like at the Walmart. At the Walmart, like that just sounds so old. At the Walmart.
Sound like an idiot. You sound like an asshole.
I'm crazy. Could you see my eye?
Yeah, it was weird.
It wasn't good.
I was going for weird.
Yeah,
Not
but
going
you,
for good.
you hit-
Wasn't good.
But we used to get Mountain Lightning all the time, and we would go, and that was when like vending machines, like soda vending machines, first came out, so they didn't have it down. So you could just go and put in 1 quarter and just tap the shit out of it, and you would get like 8 sodas at once.
Yep.
We'd get like 8 Mountain
Yeah, that
Lightnings
was-
and then just pound it.
They surprisingly didn't fix that for a long time too.
It was like a bunch of
You
years.
gotta realize, you gotta realize that like when you have to refill the machine because every soda's gone and you have $10 sitting in it, that something's malfunctioned.
We have enough money for 10 sodas, but we sold 200. It's just not adding up. I don't get it.
Business is a booming.
We're still making money.
Do you guys remember the same thing?
All right, so
There used to be like the payphone trick where you could type like a number into a payphone, and then in like 10 seconds it would call itself, and then you'd watch other people like answer it.
oh yeah.
Can either of you remember the number that you would dial?
Not a fucking clue.
No.
Do you know it?
Do you? Sounds like Derek
No,
does.
I was
come
hoping that
on.
you guys did.
Yeah, it's kind of sounded like
I
you had
really
it.
want to know.
Is it crazy that people answer just a ringing payphone? You as an adult, would you ever do that?
100%. If I walked past a payphone and it was ringing, I'm jumping on that. I would love to pick up that and just see what's going on.
Okay.
Well, payphones nowadays are like rare. So the fact that
Yeah, that's
sitting
pretty
there,
much.
it's like the fact
Okay.
that there's a payphone. It's like, oh, that's cool. That's a payphone. And then it rings. It's like, holy shit, this is somebody from the past, like trying to contact me.
My future self is
Yeah,
telling
like
me
you're
don't
gonna-
go into the store.
The only time you're going to see that now is in a museum. And if I'm in a museum and there's a payphone and it starts ringing, I'm just going to assume it's part of the museum. So I'm not picking that up.
Yeah.
But when else are you going to see a payphone?
So if we're in museums, we don't pick up. Anywhere else we pick up.
Yes, 100%. It's like if you're in like a dinosaur museum and one of them starts like exhibit, just T-Rex starts moving and like screaming at you, like you're not going to think it's a real T-Rex coming after you. Just like I don't think anyone's calling this payphone in this museum.
I got you. Makes sense.
Make-
I mean,
that
your
makes a lot of
logic
sense.
is fucking spot on.
My logic is tight, which means I need more beer. That's not like me. That is
I'm
not
making
like
too
me.
much sense.
I'm gonna spit that out.
I almost just choked. What is that from?
That's what this. Wait, what is it from?
Yeah, I almost just choked.
Dude, I can't remember. I think it's Will Ferrell, but you don't know? I
same.
thought you were quizzing me.
No,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Derek,
It's driving me nuts.
There's been so many times tonight. Derek goes like, "Oh, you don't know?" Oh, because I don't either. I definitely don't either.
Do either of you guys remember the number to call for the payphones? I can't think of it either. John
Oh,
O'Brien.
wish you knew. Wish you guys knew.
It's kind of like when you were growing up and somebody was like, "I know what sex is. Do you?" And you're like, "Yeah, I know what sex is, but I'm not going to tell you. You have to tell me first because I don't think you know." But
Yeah,
nobody knows.
yeah, exactly.
Nobody in the conversation actually knows what sex is.
Yeah, I feel like that happened a lot growing up. I was like, I don't know. I think that happened a lot when I was like 18, 19 years old.
Al's
He got
feeling
put
good right now.
when he
Al's
was- when
feeling
he was
really good.
12.
There was definitely something in this again, but I swallowed it this time.
All right, that is another week in the books, another episode of Drinks and Things. If you could, click the subscribe button below. You could follow us on Twitter. All our information is also down below. And that's all that I got to say because I don't really feel like diving into the sign-off. So subscribe and follow us on Twitter. Talk with us, chat with us, and then let's have some fun.
If you get us subscribers and we get sponsors, we will give you T-shirts. So hit the button.
Stab me in the face with a soldering iron.